waits. He jumps over top of him, and he's got a touchdown.
Did not see that coming.
He gets 10, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 on his feet still, and he's gone for a 90-yard carry.
Put that on your highlight reel.
From 45 yards out.
There's the turnover.
And a great ball. It's complete for a touchdown.
Welcome to APS IS. David Schick, Joe Bukansky here in our second game here of the regular season for the Akron City Series. This game has a similar matchup as we had in first week of our coverage as the Firestone Falcons again join us. And the North Vikings will also be part of this as well. So it should be a great matchup again as the Vikings look to kick off.
I have no chair.
They look to kick off and get this thing started. As we are moving and shaking here in the press box, as we got tons of things going on as always. So I'm going to move Joe back down. Joe Bukansky is here as well as the kick is underway, and the Falcons are going to kick this one off to the Vikings, who pick it up at the 5-yard line, come back up the middle, has a good return, gets it to the 26-yard line, and that'll start the first drive for the Vikings. We'll have interviews from both of the coaches here at the end of the each quarter. First quarter, we'll have that in there. I want to thank all of those that help watch our broadcast here as we get things underway. From George Arlton Stadium and Joe Yost Field here in Ellet, a beautiful night for football as it's crisply in the upper 60s, which is surprising from where we've been. The Vikings take over.
And shotgun formation for North. They're going to go 4 wide.
Yeah, looking to hand the ball off right side. Not many places to go with that.
Postway on the run there. Not much going.
Postway gets about a yard, looking to pass, rolls to his right, finds a man about the line of scrimmage, and he stays inbounds. Pass goes to number 5, and that is Luther Drawsaw, the freshman. So not a lot of going in the right direction here so far.
Yeah, generously gets back to the line of scrimmage. Nice pursuit by Alex Knight to make the tackle on that one. 3rd and long for the Vikings.
Yeah, that's going to set up 3rd and 10 as we approach, just getting under the 11-minute mark. In motion is going to be Lamb, the speedster, which they give the ball to, and he dances around still on his feet as he comes back to the left side. Big chop block, and he keeps moving. That's a first down, 20 yards, 25. Ball comes out. We got a fumble, and it looks like the Vikings fell back on it, but we'll wait for an official signal. Lamb, with the huge speed, takes off and goes. Firestone coaches acting like they have it, Firestone players, but correctly it goes back to the Vikings. On the pickup of their fumble recovery is Danny Moore, number 24. But a 27-yard run by Lamb.
Yeah, great run by Lamb. It didn't finish because got a little loose there at the end, but fortuitous bounce into another player's hands. First down for the Vikings.
In the backfield is Danny Moore, a team that graduated their offensive line. Certainly had some good blocking there on a broken play. Under center, Christian Simmons looking to throw. Man is not there. As some miscommunication as to where that was intended for. It was intended for number 23,
Maybe.
Elijah Gevens.
Maybe.
His first target, first 2 throws. One complete, one not complete, but not a lot of yards for Simmons passing on the night. But Simmons really one of those players asked to do a lot here and tries to take it himself and is going to lose 2 yards on the run. So he's going to lose 2 yards on that run.
Yeah, Christian Simmons tried to do it with his legs. Their pocket collapsed on him. Loss of 2.
Trying to reset up here a little bit.
Simmons in the gun.
We're in here.
Going to give it to the first man through.
Great job dancing a little bit in there, and it sounds like the ball came out again.
Yeah, they're going to mark it down, though.
The Falcons got up and started running off with it.
Forward progress was stopped.
Yeah, so about 2 yards for more, I believe.
That was Deshaun Thomas that time, number 3.
Okay. Number 3, Thomas on the carry, so gain 2. Fumble negated, so they keep the ball, but it is still 4th down.
So a nice job by the Falcons defensively getting after it. And we saw last week their defense, Dave, at times when it wasn't on the field too long, it was pretty physical. They got a little bit winded against that tough East front, but they have some speed offensively for sure.
So North looking to kick this one away.
No, you know what? They gave it to him. They gave him the fumble.
Oh, you are correct.
How about that? Very strong non-call by the officiating crew.
So first possession, a fumble at 9:37 here in the first quarter. So Falcons take over. We saw them try to run the ball pretty effectively last time. Jotty came around on the end around, gets around the end, has 8-10, and gets 11 for the first down as Jotty Stevens, the running back, coming from the other side.
Yeah, Stevens kind of came from the short slot there in a nice run. He got offensive line sealed that left side up, and it was a one cut for a nice gain on first down. Good field position for the Falcons to strike here early.
Yeah, so they took over midfield on the fumble recovery. And we saw him last week as our broadcast here on APSIS kind of go in the wrong direction a lot.
Yeah.
I lost at 12 yards on the game. This one gets 11 off the first carry, and this one's going to gain about 3. A good spot for them as number 32, Alexander Obang.
Yeah, Obang tried to bang it through there, but he had a little bit of mesh problems there with quarterback Denver Harding. A couple of bounces, but he gets 2 or 3 out of it.
Hey, I didn't think you were coming. That's why I'm here.
No, I told Kurt I was going to be late. I had training downtown for the after-school stuff.
So here we go as we're setting up on 2nd and long. 2nd down and 8.
And I just ran up here.
I know. Well, I told Kurt.
Single back formation,
Right.
but in tight.
So you probably thought.
Motion coming to the bottom of your screen. That's the man who gets it, trying to get around the edge. Has a blocker in front of him. Close to a first down. Stretches, and he gets it before going out of bounds. On the run is going to be Darren Postway.
And partner Postway there didn't look like he was really going hard, but what he was doing was setting up and waiting for that block. Good patience by Postway to hit that hole.
But it will show up. So we'll do that and then, don't do that delay, and then it'll come up. I'm going to try and work on it tomorrow.
On the carry for him, 9 yards.
Okay, I got you.
Second first down for the Falcons.
Getting closer to the red zone here, and the Vikings needed to make a stand on that last one. Not able to do it. Now this one goes right on through. The ball's out, and the Vikings jump through that line, and the fumble gives them back the ball. But Joe, great speed coming through on the sack.
And we saw that last week out of Firestone, where right up the gut is where they were susceptible. And number 66, Robert Talty, he timed the cadence and shot through. Perfect timing not to jump offside, so one fumble apiece now. Nothing Denver Harding could do.
So both teams turning the ball over, similar positions on each side of the field. An even battle so far here in Ellet tonight as we're still tied 0-0 with the Vikings and Falcons here in APSIS. They set up early. Offense comes out. 4 wide receivers for them. Turns, gets the ball, and they're going to lose 4 yards on the carry. Thomas going the wrong way.
And Thomas had nowhere to go whatsoever. Great pursuit by the defense.
second down and 14. And they've been able to chunk away some big plays on a couple of them, looking to get one here to make this at least a 3rd and short. At the bottom of your screen, they're going to have Suartez Simmons, number 6, in the slot. They go right, pass it that way. It is sniffed out right away, and they'll lose another 3 yards on that completed pass.
Carlo Johnson coming up from the strong safety spot. Nobody blocking him, and he just made a great open field tackle there. He attacked and did not let the receiver get going.
King on the catch, gets his first, but loses 3 yards on that catch. So it moves them way back, 3rd down and 18. And now they need a big play to get back to midfield to get this 1st down. 4 wide, Simmons fakes the handoff, rolls left, looks for a blocker, and he doesn't get it. Stays in bounds and gets no yards on the carry. Simmons, a tough play there to try to give a QB keeper. So they're going to have to punt this one away. Simmons,
I think he
the
lost
senior,
a couple,
one of the
actually.
few seniors left on the roster there, taking a bigger role, and I think may have tried to do a little too much with his legs on that one.
Not there on 3rd and 12, 3rd and 14. They're just keying on him.
Approaching the 6-minute mark here.
And as we expected in this weird shortened season where practices have been limited, no scrimmages, first time on a real competition for these squads, a couple of them. Defense is definitely ahead of offense.
Offense stays out here for 4th down and 18, and they'll take a timeout. As didn't like what they saw, trying to get him for a quick snap to maybe jump off sides to get a couple back, but it doesn't happen there. Timeout with 5:52 here in the 1st quarter. Still 0-0 here in Ellet on APS-IS. Akron Public Schools pre-engineering program is one of the best in the world. The robotics team has been winners in the world and national tournaments. It all starts here in Akron at the Akron Public School classroom. Learn more at akronschools.com. We also APS-IS wants to thank BSN Sports for their support of Akron Schools and Athletics. Shop BNS Sports for a large selection of sports apparel, footwear, and sports equipment. BNS Sports, your one-stop shop for sports. So looking now like Firestone's going to set up for the punt. But they showed no inclination of punting the first time. It does look like the punt team has come out this second go-round.
Knight and Stevens back to return here. And it looks like they're going to set up a return, are the Falcons. Low
snap, tries to get it. It's a high kick,
Ooh,
a spiral though, and it hangs for a long time. Tries to make the fair catch, but does not catch it, but falls on it, and they'll take over at the 41-yard line. So the first possession that we've had going back and forth that has been a punt and not a fumble.
Well, no flag there for interference because his own guys got in the way of that one. A great hang time punt. No chance for a return. Firestone, though, with good field position again on their second possession.
They'll take over midfield, and they are going to give that penalty of interference. I didn't see the flag down, Joe, but maybe a late one here, but it did come in.
We'll tell you right now that's a bad call.
So a 15-yard penalty on top of that.
The contact wasn't made by North. Those guys are going through each other. That's a bad call.
So looking to set up now their second possession. 1st and 10, they move with the penalty to the 45-yard line.
15-yarder.
Onto their side. First penalty that we've really had. Motion comes in the bottom of your screen, tries to get around, has his blocker again in front of him, but he's got an ankle weight and doesn't allow him to get anywhere. On the tackle was Deshaun Thomas, and he took down Postway. Postway still gains 3 on the run.
Yeah, Thomas hanging on for dear life there. Nice open field tackle, bringing down Postway, which isn't always an easy thing to do. Give Postway 4 on 1st down.
We have set up 5 minutes now left here in the first quarter. Motion comes to the top of your screen. He takes it, stutter steps, and tries to get around, but a one-on-one tackle by the Viking takes him down for a loss. Nowhere to go for him on the run.
Jody Stevens on that run.
Stevens was taken down by Demir Kelly.
Great tackle.
So he loses a yard on that one, but great tackling coming across. Really got him to stutter step a little bit and questioned him too much, and down he went. Sets up now. 3rd down and 7 for the Vikings. Now on their second possession.
Yep.
Yeah, that looks to be against Firestone.
Nope, delay before the jump.
So the delay there is their first penalty. They get 5. So that makes it a long 3rd down situation instead of a shorter one. Their first penalty in tonight's game. And again, that could have been a little bit of the jump that we've seen by that off defensive line as they were able to disrupt them last time. Trying to check out where that pressure is coming from. Again, fakes the handoff. Bad communication in the backfield, and he'll drop him down again for another 4-yard loss. But a lot of miscommunication as it looked like Stevens was expecting to get that ball off the motion and was not delivered at all by Harding.
Yeah, off of the Cartel Lamb off the backside there. It's like he faked the handoff. He's like, look what I found. Stevens with a big loss on the play.
Loss of 6 on that.
I'm sorry, that was Harding on the run.
So kicker is back to send this one back to him. We've had a bit of a chess match going back and forth. We've stayed in the middle of the field. And talking with their coach, their
movement.
Oh boy. And they're going to move back again. Not able to get the snap off in time.
I heard the coaches upstairs saying, get the play off. Not a big deal, but.
Back for the Vikings is Simmons, one of their dynamic punt returners. So now he gets an even shorter field to try and catch this one and make a play. Pongrace gets the kick, and now we got another thing. And timeout by the Vikings to talk things over. While we have the break, 0-0 here in the first quarter, 2:41 left in the first quarter. Akron Public Schools nutritional specialists are creating more than 32,000 meals every day for their 21,000 students, and they're all free. Research shows that improved nutrition has the potential to positively influence students' academic performance. That's why it's important to the students of Akron Public Schools. Learn more at akronschools.com. ABS-IS also wants to thank Leonardo's Pizza and Chicken in Ellet for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Leonardo's Pizza and Chicken, where delicious pizza is still made on a stone oven. Get your slice today at Leonardo's. So they're getting them in the right position, but we took the time out there to discuss potentially coming for this or coming back to block. Let's see. Kick is away with a lot of pressure. Simmons catches it at the 28, comes back right up the center, has a seam. Spin move, still on his feet, but goes down at the 45-yard line. A return of 17 yards.
For sure, good return. As you said, he kind of took his time and then exploded on that one.
When you saw a lot of the patience of him waiting for that ball to catches the ball, then brings his eyes up to see where he wants to go with it. You can see he's got the speed and patience of a great punt returner.
And again, in this game so far, 15 yards of field position important, keeping that thing around midfield because both offenses have really struggled. You don't want to get in a hole.
Ball hits the ground. Simmons picks it up and gets a yard.
Yeah, nice job getting a yard on a bad snap. Broken play.
Broken play, and that ball, the center sent him a worm burner back to him.
Yeah. Good in the winter and bowling season. That one just didn't get back there. Probably caught it on the turf a little bit. Crisis averted.
Under 2 minutes now here in the first quarter. Checks in with his wide receivers at the bottom of your screen. Snap again a little low.
Oh.
And we had movement going too fast for the Vikings. That'll be their second penalty. 20 yards so far in penalties for them. So they'll move back. It'll be 2nd down and 14. The Falcons move the defensive line, splitting around. There's a man behind him. He doesn't see it. Trying to get rid of the ball, and he'll run out of bounds, but lose 8 yards.
Got to throw that thing away. He had a chance. Got to get rid of that thing. He had a guy in the flat. Throw it out of bounds. Don't take that big loss.
Man in front of him on the right side of his vision and coming hard behind him as he didn't even see was, I believe, Xavier Lynn.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was 13. I think it was Hitchcock. Jarrell Hitchcock, number 13, came around the outside. Gave him pressure on his blind side. This one a toss to the left side, trying to get around the corner. Going to the sideline, stutter steps. They found him, and they'll take him down. And I got his name right last time. And again, he makes another play. Jarrell Hitchcock on the tackle.
Yeah,
and now we're
that's going to be 15 more. And nice job by Firestone not retaliating. Number 11, Xavion Green, the cornerback, did a great job. He didn't make the tackle, but he took on the blocker. The blocker takes him out there. He had a place to run, but he took him out and just kind of held his own there and gave his defense a chance to pursue. They're going to talk about it. Might be offsetting here. It was getting chippy after the last couple of plays. A little bit of extracurriculars. I think they're going to offset them.
We'll look for the final signal here. That one's going to be against the Vikings. And there's another one.
And we don't know what was said, but I'm telling you, the first stone there was thrown by the Vikings. Again, I don't know what's leading up to it. The guys on the field should. And that's one way to kind of try to take care of it, offset them.
Now that run, was that by Thomas, number 3?
Yes.
So he had no gain, and with the penalties, it continues to be no gain, but it still remains 4th down and 21. So now they'll look to kick this one away. It's Chris Simmons back there to kick this one.
Gotta get the football in. Now he's got 2 footballs.
You'll notice a plethora of Simmons on the North roster. Number 6, number 7,
and the
number
snapper.
8.
Wow.
And we'll move back again.
The delay, the call of the day. Heck of a throw there by the long snapper to throw the second ball out of bounds.
Snap is short. Big kick, booming to the right side where nobody is. It takes a wonderful bounce for the Vikings. It looks like it's going to go out at about the 18-yard line. But for no room to kick that one away, a great kick.
Yeah, 37-yard directional punt and beautifully done to flip the field.
Gives them much better field position than could be expected with what they were handed on that one. So their third possession ends in another punt as they leave only 42 seconds left here in the first quarter, but they were able to get 3 possessions in, a fumble and 2 punts. And now the Vikings will take over for their third possession.
Both teams looking for a little bit of success.
And their worst position so far of the night. And a timeout by the Falcons. it's been a bit of a clumpy time management here so far in the first quarter. A lot of timeouts that you weren't expecting to see so early.
Yeah, it's again, the feel that we can only describe, and this may change come playoff time for some teams, but really the feel has been scrimmage type atmosphere, with the restrictions and fans, and really the lack of practice time has been the big thing, Dave. But yeah, things a little sloppy, especially offensively. The timing just not there with the lack of practice time. You got to remember, that's hit teams everywhere, but it's really hit hard in the Akron public schools. These guys were off several weeks during prime time practice time and thought that they weren't going to play at all. And then just a reversal a couple weeks ago. So it's almost like in pro baseball where they had spring training, quarantine, and then came back for a little spring training too. That's kind of how football's worked here in Akron, only with less time to get ready. So.
Well, and none of these people having professional trainers and equipment and,
Exactly.
and all the other things. I mean, a lot of seniors graduated, and underclassmen or so forth are taking over bigger roles as they look to take off their first possession here. And he'll gain about 4 yards on that carry.
Everything's been outside for in Firestone.
A little chippy, and I think we saw going to have another one as Postway gets 3.
Unsportsmanlike on North, and there's that thing the balance between being physical and being aggressive, but not making it cost you, and they're that cost them with the big 15, which becomes Firestone's biggest play of the day, gainer wise.
So the offense not needing to gain it when cooler heads have got them 15 yards and got them back. They started this possession with the worst field position of the night so far, and now they're back near midfield again as they look to get this last playoff here in the first quarter. Hands the ball off, cuts back inside, and it'll gain 2 yards on the carry, does Postway.
That's going to bring the end of the first quarter. No score here. Postway's been the most consistent rusher. He's got 4 carries for 18 yards so far.
All right, well, we will end this first quarter the way we started, a 0-0 tie at the end of the first quarter here at George Alton Stadium and Joe Yost Field here in Ellet. We'll go to our coverage of the coaches' interview before the game. I asked Joe to help me out a little bit as our setup's a little different than normal. I'll play this, Joe. If you could let me know how close we are levels-wise, let me know if I need to adjust it, okay?
Yep.
Coach, tell me a little bit about what this season has been like, different than any other one, how you've prepared your team for this season.
I think at the beginning, man, we were all gun-ho, and we were on course, and then when we shut down, it was just trying to keep the kids focused, understanding that things are going to play themselves out, and we're going to be able to resume athletics, and it just preaching to them, hey man, let's be together. We're all going through this. It's not just a North program, it's everybody. So we just got to get to the point where we're feeling comfortable about what we're doing, and we're excited about having an opportunity to participate.
Coach, on tonight's broadcast on APS-IS, is there a player from maybe each side of the ball that you think is going to have a special season so far?
Right. So our quarterback, Christian Simmons, since we started camp, has just been really special, and has embraced the leadership role as being a quarterback, and he's pretty dynamic, and on the same token, because our numbers aren't the way they're supposed to be, he's got to play on the other side of the ball, so he plays a little free safety for us, and he's embraced the next man up and that mentality. So I'm looking for him, and then also Cartel Lamb. He does some punt returns for us. He's just a electric kid, and he wants that pressure situation on him. He wants to be able to make those plays in the clutch time. So those 2 guys will be guys that we look to just do some really dynamic things.
We got a little insight from head coach there from the North Vikings as they take over on the defensive side here on the beginning of the second quarter. A quick run by
Jody Stevens. Yeah.
Stevens for 3 yards.
Going to get another delay, giving you time to write stuff down, partner. But Coach said it real well, you know, and we've talked about how sloppy and things have been, especially timing-wise, but this is bonus ball right now. A lot of these guys thought there was going to be no way, especially here in Akron, we were going to have a fall season. So you got to take it as a gift. Every game's a gift, good, bad, or ugly. It's these guys are getting a chance to play, some of them in their senior season, so that's really special for them.
Big drop through the line as they run left at almost half speed for Stevens.
He was kind of looking to slither for a hole, couldn't really find one, but still found a way to get that yardage back that they lost on the penalty.
So a gain of 4, gets it back to 4th down and 12. Now it should be 8, about 4th down and 8. There it is.
I've been impressed with this in both defenses, really, but the North defense has answered the challenge here, just not letting Firestone, because of their lack of size, especially in their line, they're trying to get outside as much as possible. But the Vikings have done a great job, team pursuit, to avoid the big play thus far.
And it looks like they're giving some protection here for a big return. That is a booted kick. He has to backpedal, gets it at the 15, drops it, picks it back up, has it in one hand going north and south, drops the football, and it's out. It's near the end zone. And it looks like it's going to be just short. And that would be Falcon ball, and it is. A special teams play comes up, and it starts with the great kick by their kicker to get it up in the air and send him back. As he's able to do so, and Simmons gets a big boot, makes him move back, and then a careless play on the return game.
Yeah, it looks like Xavier Lyde comes up with that one for Firestone off of the fumble. Fumble muffs the ball, and then, you know, maybe never got it back in there, but that's 2 turnovers now for North, and this one going to be real costly.
Well, and you can't get better field position than on the 1-yard line.
Definitely got a short field to deal with here.
So now they need 1 yard for just 6 points. A big turn of events here in the second quarter. And whistles ahead of time.
Timeout. Timeout, Firestone. Both teams should have 1 left.
Firestone on the timeout. I want to let you know during this break that graduation rates are climbing in Akron Public Schools as they transform high schools by strengthening the connection of learning in the classroom with the students as they pursue their careers after graduation. They do so by learning in a more meaningful way, and it starts at the College and Career Academics at Akron. Learn more at akronschools.com. APS-IS also wants to thank Swenson's Drive-In for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Swenson's Drive-In, home of the Galley Boy, America's best cheeseburger, open all year round. Get your Galley Boy today. So they take a timeout after a fantastic special teams play. And then the momentum slowed here a little bit with a timeout.
Yeah, both teams, especially offensively, trying to find their ways. These defenses look pretty confident right now.
Well, and we talked with the coach about, having Simmons back there as a dynamic punt return person, and takes the ball, goes the opposite direction of gaining yards, trying to cross the field with his speed, and carelessly gets tackled and drops the ball. At the bottom of your screen is going to be Wilson, but they're going straight up the gut. Miscommunication. I think he's going to fall in for a touchdown, and he does. So on the run is going to be, I believe, Harding on a 1-yard touchdown.
Yep.
So they turn the special teams play into points, and they get the 1-yard run by Harding. I think he was potentially supposed to hand that off.
Yeah, it was like bumper cars in there.
But luckily, the running back behind him bumped him forward, and they sent it going towards the end zone.
And here's the kicker, number 30, Chris Pongrantz, and he got here about the same time I did, partner, because he came from soccer. So
Bring in their last person looking to add a point here.
It's blocked.
It's blocked and back the other direction and not able to pick it up, as that is a dead ball. So they just get 6 and make it 6-0 your score here in Ellet, as special teams has made its play and difference here in tonight's ball game. Seniors by the Firestone Falcons. They were honored before the game here tonight. Certainly not the season I think they expected. Different players that came out and may not have came out because of the whole program itself, but certainly being honored. And I think all of them, as well as their families, seem to appreciate the normalcy of being on the field and walking down, even with masks on, to celebrate their seniors who are playing their last season of high school football under the lights here.
Yep, it definitely beats the alternative of March through May last spring. That's
I almost
for sure.
said it definitely beats the alternative of soccer. No, just kidding. But no, these seniors wanted to play the sport of football and able to do so. And I think, being on the sidelines before the game, both coaches talked about, what everybody's done just to have this season.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly I think they'll look back at, certainly no asterisks on this season, but a regular season that they were able to work hard to get and turn out. As this one kicked left side and goes into the end zone. Beautifully kicked. And the kicking game showing its strength here right now as they'll take over for their 4th possession of tonight's game.
And what an advantage that is for the touchback, making North start at their own 20-yard line.
Not able to get their hand on the ball to make any play. And now they're going to have to get the offensive unit moving the old-fashioned way.
Yeah, they need to get a first down. They need to get some positive yardage.
Ball low in the turf, picks it up.
Good
stiff arm, stays on his hands. Another big block ahead of him. Turns around, but the ball's gone. And another fumble by the Vikings sets up a great field position by the Falcons.
Yeah, Mike.
So Simmons was going to have almost a 12-yard gain before he fumbled the ball away.
Negate that. 3 fumbles, all lost for turnovers for North. That's the story of the game so far, partner.
Simmons made a great move with the stiff arm to stay on his feet. And I thought he was going to get by the next person as he had another block in front of him to get that first down. But the tackle comes across and does exactly what he was supposed to with that extra arm, is knock the ball away. And we've seen twice with the Vikings carrying that ball away from
field awareness. Yeah, I mean, they make the nice move, the great stiff arm, but then you got to protect that thing right before a and that's vision. That's having that running back vision. Number 14, Winchester in. He can't get anything going. Actually, he gets a yard out of that somehow. Prince Winchester, we saw him last week.
Winchester now in the game. And the first run gets a yard for him. So a team that didn't get anything in the first quarter looking alive, and much different here in the second quarter with some confidence by the special teams and the defense.
A lot of pressure here on the North defense. They need to hold with the struggles their offense has had. They definitely need to hold.
Sets up Winchester under center in the backfield is going to be Obang. And they fake it. They do. No, they gave it. He was out for a blocker. I lost him too. It went over to Brooks instead, number 29.
And gets about 4 on that one. Third and 6, it looks like.
the setup here. Winchester under center. Motion, top of your screen, hands off again. Stutter step, nowhere to go. Taken down with a good tackle by the Vikings. And that
was Xavier Lyde that had the big fumble recovery on the punt. And they're running everybody today. I'm running out of room.
And Joe's right. They've been using everybody all over, as they've now had 7 ball carriers.
4th down, will we see them air it out here for the first time?
Yeah, 4th down and 8, just about under 8 minutes here in the second quarter. And Lyde will get 3 wide. And timeout, everybody.
That's it, I think, for them. For the
You
first
wonder,
time.
they're going to keep using them. So here with 7:57 here in the second quarter, the Vikings leading this one 6-0 here in Ellet here on APS-IS. Want to let you know dual degrees are an efficient and affordable way to get your high school diploma and 2 years of college under your belt all at one time. The Akron Early College, High School, and dual degree learning only at Akron Schools. Your future starts now at akronschools.com. APS-IS wants to thank Kohl's Garage Incorporation for their support of Akron Schools and athletics. Kohl's Garage Incorporation providing comprehensive auto repair at affordable prices to get you back on the road. They've been doing that for 40 years. Check them out at Kohl's Garage Incorporation. Come back out here as they've used a plethora of their timeouts. And now set up, now 4th down, rolls right, hands the ball off, has some space, patient, he's running out of room to get to, hop, 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 and he gets it to a 1st down. It looks to be a carry of about 8. Got just enough as he was really patient there, Joe, and almost too patient.
It took that broken tackle and slithery run at the end to get there, but Postway, he went a long way to get those 8 yards wide side. They used every bit of the wide side of that field.
I thought almost that wide side was going to run out of space. So 1st down and 10 on the 27-yard line. And so Winchester under center. Top of your screen is going to have Wilson, the wide receiver. They're not going to use him passing here, and we're going to have some motion, I believe, on this offensive, on the motion play.
Nope.
No.
Encroachment.
Encroachment. So it goes against North, who is starting to get in trouble with their 5th penalty.
Yeah, they kind of jumped the count there and missed about a half count too early.
So it gets 5 on it. Looking to hand off. He's in the backfield and met on both sides. And they got 5 from the penalty. They lost 5 on that one.
At least a kip up.
A lot of speed coming around as on the run is going to be Brooks for a loss of 5.
Might mark it even more, I think. But that one he couldn't even go east-west because of the roadblock. He had to go around it. And the swarm of the North defense, a big play. Let's see if they can convert here defensively.
Yeah, 2nd down and 12. And you talked about trying to get them back on offense with no points going on the board. Oh, the ball is not in his hands, and it's picked up by the Vikings.
That's how you get
off
going.
they run. He's by himself.
Forget about it.
And he is gone for a touchdown. This will be a 70-yard return. And it never got in Winchester's hand, I think, at all. As soon as he came up, there was no ball there. So here in the second quarter with 6:48 left, a fumble they give up for a touchdown the other direction as the defense Said Moore.
Danny Moore, number 24, with a 78-yard recovery. So
78-yard.
Defense and fumbles, the story of this one, partner.
They get their touchdown now. A 2-point play or an extra point would give them the lead. And a lot of times you think it's the running backs, the quarterbacks, and the wide receivers that get all the fun. But the defense playing a huge part, the kicking game. And now the defensive line off and running, he went. And you knew as soon as he picked it up, he broke away from everybody and was able.
When he came up clean with it, he had green pasture in front of him.
Kick is up, and it is good. They'll take the lead. 6-7, your score here on APS-IS, and it's becoming an interesting one as Moore scores a 78-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown.
Yep. And so we said that North had to come up with a stop. They won up this, partner. They came up with a stop, a scoop, and a score. So they trail in fumbles 3-2, but they're up one on the scoreboard.
So it makes it 6-7, your score, with the home North Vikings taking the cake so far here with the special teams extra point, and a lot of pressure as he was able to still get that kick off with not a lot of room for error. So they'll look to kick this one back to him here as the second quarter has been an interesting one. Flip things around. Players set up opposite, given the I think the way of the quick score. We got the Vikings all miscombobulated.
Yeah. So fumbles, defense and special team fumbles lead to conversions here for both squads in the second quarter. The difference is a blocked extra point right now. North with that edge by 1.
We haven't seen him kick off since the beginning. Oh, a lot of movement on the kick and return. I thought he was almost going to kneel it for a second, and off he goes. 2 spin moves, still on his feet. Right side, and he'll be taken down at the 38. I wasn't sure where he was going. Took a pause after the catch.
He's got that Le'Veon Bell in him where it looks like, is he going to run? And then he kind of he waits for his blocker, post way. That's how he runs. And then he just kind of hits the hole when it's there.
What was our
I don't know.
flag for? Let's see.
Offsides.
I don't see us moving though. Are they re-kicking? It looks like a re-kick.
Come on, pinstripes, let's go. They're going to make
have
them
to re-punt this one off.
They had pretty good field position, but they're going to make them kick it again. And for North, that's going to be their 6th penalty, I believe. Yep. 6 penalties for 50 yards.
They'll kick this one away as Postway is back there again in the middle of the field.
Might want to come up a little bit in that back line. I'd pop it. I'd pop it.
Short. I bet
I'd pop it there right in that
farther.
thing again. Yep, that's
Squibs
where I'd kick
hits
it.
the turf. He's going to catch it about the same position again. Short comes up looking for the spot and finds it. Jets are on and he's through the hole and he crosses over midfield and will go down at the 42-yard line.
And again, Postway shows the patience, and as soon as the hole opens, he hits it. Nice middle return setup. Good special teams play for the Falcons.
6:29 left here in the second quarter, as it has been a back and forth battle, but the second quarter putting up some points in the most non-traditional ways you could think of. But it's been exciting. There's been things to put on our highlight reel. All of our highlight reels go right onto our YouTube channel, so if you're interested in just the highlights or want to share it with a family member, you could do that even though they're far away. Go to akronschools.com at youtube.com and you'll see our games there and highlight reels, as that one is going to get a gain of 1 yard, and that by Winchester.
We saw this a little bit last week. Winchester can't quite get the snap here. I can't tell from here whether he's pulling out early, but they're going to go back to Harding.
Harding comes out and will take over under center.
Harding, the senior.
Oh, he lost the ball on the snap too, but taken down right away. So you bring the new quarterback in and he doesn't even get the ball in his hands.
Yep, there's a flag.
No.
And I don't know if the center's not getting it up. Yeah, it was late. Couldn't be.
Not here.
No.
Another flag. And I think it's going to be probably unsportsmanlike, as he is already down, and a pile-on tackle would be my guess.
Well, that would be a bad flag for North since it's 3rd and 10. Nope.
Oh, other direction. Oh, wait. Oh, both directions. So offsetting will be 3rd down and 9.
Well, the old stop it, boys. Come on. Harding
They're
under
down
center.
at 9 now, as we're under 5.5 left here in the first half. A spin move, it gets them about 5, but it keeps them in bounds. I don't know who that carrier was. Brooks. He was a flash of the spin move.
Yeah. He hit the hole fast.
4th down now and 6. And looking to make a move as they're in Viking territory, but just barely.
Going for it.
Going to be going for it. As a pin would be no good. They want this 1st down. Hard snap, doesn't get him to bite on it. Harding hands the ball. If he drops it, picks it back up, scambles through, and he's going to get a 1st down out of this. A broken play turns into an 8-yard gain, and what a run by Stevens, as he was able to make something out of nothing. He gains 8 and a 1st down, moves the chains, and that's part of the benefits as this stadium had moved over to the AstroTurf, is that bounce a little cleaner coming back up off a flat surface. May not have had that on the natural turf.
True.
So now 1st down and 10 from the 27.
9 players within 2 inches of the ball.
Flags down all over.
It's going to be
the place.
offsides. They're lining up offsides essentially. They're so close. They're getting the penetration whenever they want it. Nope, illegal shift. 2 men in motion at the same time for the Falcons. Their 4th penalty. And they're going to take that penalty. 1st and 15. 4 penalties, 20 yards for the Falcons. 6 penalties, 50 yards for. And it seemed like a lot more.
Looking to set up here as they take over with about 4 minutes left here in the 1st half. Again, tight as Joe had mentioned, handing the ball up and more flag.
Oh my goodness.
And that one's going to be against the defense. So we move forward, move back.
They're trying to jump the count. I mean, I understand because Firestone has yet to throw a pass, but you gotta give them a little bit of room.
Looking at the
Denver's
field
like-
right now, Harding not sure what the
He's
play
like,
was.
what are we gonna run?
What play?
I think he's like, play action, let me throw it. He's wide open.
Vikings late to even get on the field and in position. The ball's down.
Again.
Vikings pick it up. No, they don't. They do pick it up finally.
If they pick it up clean the first time, they have a touchdown again.
Just making sure there's no flags as this one turns into another fumble.
And this has the resemblance of a game that's a monsoon with the amount of fumbles that we've seen. Let's just say
we
these
got a flag
defenses,
down
yeah,
right here.
after the play. After. Yeah. So they're going to penalize themselves 15 yards on an offense that doesn't have a first down. Yes, I'm being a little bit sarcastic.
Well, and you were at midfield, and now you move yourself way back. And I'm not sure what are you going after at that point. The
And that
defense
one-
makes the play, gets the ball back.
Not only are we having trouble with the quarterback center exchange, we're having trouble with 2 weeks in a row. Guys are steamrolling right up the middle against them linebacker blitzes, and they can't. You got to chip the guy. You just at least have to slow them down, and they're going unstopped, unslowed. In that play, we didn't even another chance, not even to make a handoff. So, 3 turnovers apiece now. Fumble, fumble, fumble each way. And
Well, it's at least made it an exciting second quarter
well, halftime talk's going to definitely be about taking care of the football. It's got to be.
as they hand off back to the line of scrimmage and some more. He'll get 5 before pushed out of bounds. That looks like more on the carry.
Can't see with these heat. I can't see with these heat lamps on me.
They get these. If I take these out, my binoculars, then I can't see. I can't use my microphone.
I know.
It's tough.
Yeah,
It's tough.
it's tough being you.
I'm giving. We'll give it to Moore. Best guess. Some movement by Simmons trying to get. He drops it, stutters around, nowhere to go. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be close to the line of scrimmage. Bad spot. Looks like only a 2-yard gain for against Simmons, who had a tough run there.
Yeah.
But as you mentioned, getting the quarterback the ball from the center has been a problem.
Yeah, low snap there, but he handled it. Didn't get it clean, but didn't kick it away either. Got
Took
what he
away
could.
what potentially could have been a first down play,
Right.
running the ball. And able to make something with no blockers in front of him to the left side. Bottom of your screen is going to be Simmons again. And the toss to the left. They have sniffed that out.
Yep.
No doubt on that one as the tackle made by Hitchcock.
Yeah, Jerry Hitchcock coming up from that outside linebacker spot. Great job on 3rd and long, just sniffing that one out.
Thomas nowhere to go, loses 3. So 4th down and 7.
Yeah, you got to take your time and punt this one away.
The clock is running under 90 seconds here in the second quarter.
You don't have any timeouts, I don't believe.
The stands asking for a timeout, but yeah, as Joe mentioned, I believe they used them all in the first quarter.
I think
trying
North
to
has 1 left.
get things going. The
And
ones-
North has none left now because they're going to, nope. Oh, they're going to take another delay. Oh, my goodness.
5 yards back. Well, they used up all that time and some more. 103 stops the clock on the penalty. But it also gives up 5 yards, so
Yeah, we'll see.
snap is there, kick is away, end over end is going to hit the turf at the 49, picked up at the 50, going the opposite direction.
Good tackle.
And a good open field tackle as they'll take over on the 43. On the return was Martell Wilson.
And even though with no timeouts in plus territory, you got to take a shot here with 54 seconds. Enough times for a couple plays. The problem is they can't do anything tricky because they can't stop penetration whatsoever.
Well, and they've had a bit of the fumbleitis, and you certainly don't want to fumble. Each of those could have been gone the other direction for a touchdown.
I think we're going to have another flag and make them kick it again, maybe? Legal shift. So that's 10. I'm going to run out of room, North. They are trying to maybe set a record here. 10 penalties in the first half. And these refs, they don't care that these teams have lost 3/4 of their practice time, it looks like. Let's nitpick everything we can.
Snap there, much better. Kick about the same. And almost gets in his own way. He has to pick it up at the 42. Nowhere to go.
Over pursuit.
Arms. It stays on his feet, goes left side. One man to beat. Stutter steps around, but is finally caught up with and goes out at the 7-yard line. A return.
Alex Knight. But that's going to come back. That's going to come back.
Now we got people chippity back and forth. Flags going up all over the place. 3 flags in the air.
Let's get to halftime.
I have no idea how many penalties and where we're going to be, or where this ball is actually going to be spotted. Would have been spotted at the 7-yard line with 39 seconds left to play in the half.
It might be North's senior night by the time we figure this one out.
I think they're going to be on the goal line, would be my guess when they sort out where we're going back and forth.
Again, let's be happy to play and be physical, but you can't keep costing your team. Every time there's a run, you negate it with.
Both teams in their huddle as they try to figure out what this is going to be. As tempers flaring on our sideline here that we can certainly hear from the Falcons. And there's flags all over the place.
Yeah,
the furthest one back at about the 32-yard line, one at the 10 and one at the 16. And my guess is how many you could potentially have some offsetting.
You got one back here with I'm going to guess an illegal block. Yeah, always in that area.
And then probably four personal fouls.
And unfortunately, you might have an ejection at this point.
I don't see anything for an ejection from what I saw.
What, the red card?
But I think we're going to be probably around the 5-yard line. But the main one is whether this is going to go. The one at the 32-yard line, because that would move them back the furthest. And then when you go back and forth, you may have worse field position because of that.
Firestone coaches gives them a time to kind of talk to their players and let them know, let's go, guys, come on. Don't fall into that trap. I'm sure the North doing the same.
So Firestone is yet to
Re-kick?
come on the field. I'm not sure why the North coach is that far out. He's at midfield to come talk to these officials. Not sure why he came that far out. His team is back out there, and they're around the 12. Okay, here's the one. There's the second. And that is going to be against North. And that one's going to offset North. Just 3. 3 flags, 3 penalties.
The big one, though, that negates the great return by Knight was the holding penalty, or the illegal block.
And
Which-
they have yet to take the field down.
which was a horrible signal by them, by the way. It was like when he was calling, he's like, okay, let me remember this. First was, wait a minute. Oh yeah, illegal block. So I haven't counted the penalties that have offsetted on North. With the penalties that have offsetted, they're over a dozen now. Oh boy.
I don't think you usually count those penalties, do you?
No, they cancel out.
Yeah.
Thank
So-
goodness for my score sheet.
You got back to the 7-yard line, but we'll take it over at the 48.
Still 40 seconds left in the first half.
That is true. Blitz coming by the Vikings. They come through and
Oh,
right
sorry.
on. The offensive line gets a seam for him, and he's going to gain 3 on the carry. On the carry is going to be Lyde. And the clock is running off that play, so I'm not sure we're going to get one more in.
Yeah, probably one more if they want to. Yeah, they're going to get one more.
Come up to the line with 10 seconds left. Motion, gets it, hands the ball off, and he'll get 4, and that'll do it for our first half there. That one went to 44, so we continue our running brigade is
DeMarco Brooks.
Marco Brooks, another Brooks. He gets 4, and that'll get us out of this first half with the home Falcons getting 6 and the guest North Vikings getting 7. That'll do it for us here in the first half. You're listening to City Series football action here in APS-IS, and Dave Schick and Joe Bukansky will be back for your second half action. Welcome back, Dave Schick, Joe Bukansky here on APS-IS as we get ready for the second half here as the Falcons will be kicking off to the Vikings. Joe has our first half stats for tonight's ball game.
Well, it's been a defensive battle. 3 turnovers apiece for both teams. The story of the game is taking advantage of those turnovers, as both teams has. North doing it without a first down on the night. They've only got 16 total yards. Nobody doing anything through the air. Only 60 total yards for the Falcons. They were led by a host of guys, but for the Falcons, again, I'm sorry, they were led by Postway with 5 carries and 25 yards. North going to kick it off the Firestone. Lots of penalty yardage, but still waiting for that big play. Firestone with the ball going left to right here, and a big return. Going to take it.
And he takes it from the 15-yard line, and it'll be a touchdown. And special teams, again, being the crazy wild horse here, is a huge return of 85 yards.
And partner, they had a good middle return earlier with Postway, and that time he does it. And what a start out of the half for Firestone as they grab the lead right back.
Yeah, able to get that first run as they were able to make a tackle on special teams and get the ball at the 1-yard line. They were able to get their first points there in the second quarter as Hardy runs for 1 yard there, and this one definitely more of a highlight reel. An 85-yard return on the kickoff here in the second half, and 11 seconds in changes the score and gives them a lead, 12-7.
Momentum changer. That's how you come out of the gate. But Postway shows you both the patience and the explosion there. And when your offense is struggling, that's what you need right there, some special teams play.
Late coming in is the Vikings middle linebacker, as again Hardy in the backfield, and we got
Everybody moved.
moving all over. Well, that
Take it to the
gives time
1.
for the Vikings to
Old 1-yard penalty.
gives time for them to finally get set up. 11th penalty.
Old 1-yarder there. Oh, and guess what? That one's going to be on Firestone. Yep. It's going to hurt them a little bit more. Now it's going to go back to the 6. Boy, these offenses cannot get comfortable because they're trying to be quicker because the defenses are kind of dominating, and they know they got to get off those blocks quick. And it's just been a struggle all night.
Looks to roll right, has a man in front of him, no one there to hand the ball to, but not a lot of space and tackled from behind. So it's going to stay 12-7 as he chases him down and gets him before he crosses the end zone. Jeremiah Anderson for the Vikings.
That looked like a midget league play, where youth league where student body right, and there's like 10 people within 2 yards of the ball, and they were all moving.
Well, and they continue to keep moving the stat sheet here of rushers, as that was Ethan Liming on that rush. So the gain's about 1, but a failed conversion. Makes it 12-7. And they'll set up, hopefully. We don't know if this is going to be another crazy setup here for our third quarter, as we saw the second quarter be all over the place with penalties, fumbles, and the like.
I'm sure it'll be a lot smoother. Well,
looking to kick this one away. So still a one-possession game for the Vikings, who have had some success defensively picking up fumbles, but the offense has been sputtering trying to get things going. And a booming kick, and flags already down. I'm surprised they didn't let them get this one. That was a booming kick, so even moving him back still plays into the strength of the big foot by Prongrands. Ran over the line before being kicked. So he's going to kick it up again. Kicked again, straight down the center. Caught at the 12, comes back to the right line.
High stepping.
High steps a little bit, goes back center, and he'll get to the 31-yard line.
That's an old school move, a high step.
So a 20-yard return for the Vikings as they take over. And I can only imagine what the talk was in the end zone there, as both teams stayed on the field for halftime, but certainly both of them with security issues. And the Viking offense, you look at the stat sheet, Joe, there's not a lot of positives.
No, not at all. 5 first downs in the ball game for Firestone. North still without one, and yet they're a big play away from taking the lead. But they're going to have to be more clean. If they're going to struggle offensively, they have to take better care of the football, or they're going to find themselves down here more than a score. And the way their offense is operated, they can't afford to do that.
Bottom of your screen is Cartel Lamb. Looking to hand off, and he does. A delay coming through the line, and gets 3 yards on the carry. I look to go to Moore. Second down and 6 here, just 11 minutes left in the quarter, and that one stalling just like I was, getting the information out of my mouth.
Yeah, he ran right into Xander Obang and Kayon Lee.
Minus 2 yards. Gained 3, gave up 2, sits up 3rd down and 9. But no success of getting around that left side of the line at all.
No vacancy on that side, partner.
And you would hope that, maybe they could try to use the pass game to open up the run game. Negative 3 yards in passing so far. All of theirs have been really short. And this one, a solo tackle for a loss of 4. That one tackled by Howard Anderson. And Moore loses another 3.
Yep, it's a day for defenses to shine, and they have some really good open field tackles. But the defense, they don't have to worry about the pass. They are just peeling back and attacking every gap imaginable, both ways, really. Up the middle, on the outside. They're just sending everybody.
So they'll kick this one from about the 16-yard line.
Obviously,
where our punter is. The ball is going to still be at the 28.
Obviously, both these coaches don't have any confidence in the passing game and the way the balls have been handled so far today. They're trying to keep it simple.
I would say, by North to try to pass, but all of them have been such short routes that they're coming back for no gain. So even if you could get a short one to get 3 or 4 yards. Snap is high, and whistles have been sounded. And looks like it's going to be against the Falcons.
No. Not sure. Yeah, you're right. Way outside there. Good call, partner.
Their 7th penalty. And just the flow of the game just stalling. Penalties and negative plays. Again, high snap. Not a lot of time, man, there. Short kick. And it's going to be a net kick of about 15 yards as they'll take over at the 45-yard line. Again, still in Viking territory. And the Falcons with a great opportunity here to try to put this as a 2-score ball game.
And they haven't really done anything offensively. If they can put it together and do something offensively here, essentially a defensive score with the real short field from 1 yard, the special team score, and if they can get an offensive score here, being up 2 scores seems like a lot today. But a lot of time left.
Well, and it's hard when you look at their sheet. They've had 4 punts and 3 fumbles. So you're giving the ball away by not even playing the field position game, as it looks like we have another flag movement against Firestone as they'll take 5 and go the opposite direction.
Nobody can stay still.
First down and 15 now. 9 minutes here in the 3rd quarter. And the clock just it won't move at all. And the left side of the line never moved either. The Vikings come up with the ball, and they get it off a fumble. I don't even know where the ball went.
Again, problems with the snap again. 4th turnover for Firestone, and they got to be super frustrated.
So a possession that took all of 8 seconds. They give the ball up, get good field position. Getting the ball at the 45-yard line.
Give it up, get it back, give it up.
Give it away. But you looked, the ball was snapped, and the left side of the line never moved. And then there was just white jerseys diving
fumble
after
risky there? No.
Maybe it was supposed to be on 2. And he
Why?
went on 1.
Why? On 2 has just been a false start every time. Or maybe an offsides, yeah. Ooh, a little different look here. Full house backfield from the shotgun.
As he takes it, hands the ball off right side, has some space.
Uh-huh.
Gets 7, still on his feet, and
There's
he'll
a
get
first
10
down.
yards. And their first down is Moore. Gets 11 yards. And the full house formation gets them their first down. Look, they don't even know, the Poles don't know whether to move or not. No.
That's a first down. I can tell you from right here.
What a spot. They're not calling it. 9 yards. 9 yards and 11 3/4 inches. as they go back to the full house, runs left side. This one definitely a first down as he shakes one off, holds it. Where has this guy been as he runs for, I'm going to say 11 yards again.
The adjustment.
As he makes the adjustment and go. That was a terrible spot not to get the first down.
He ran angry there.
First down markers slow to get in position, not able to snap the ball yet, even though players are ready, looking at his wrist for what they want to do in the full house formation again.
Don't rush.
In the backfield again is still Simmons under.
That's Thomas on that last run. He's going to get it. No, they're going to sneak it to the up back, and he ain't going to get to the line of scrimmage.
And the Falcons sniff that out for no gain. That would go to number 10.
Yeah, Demir Kelly.
And now the Vikings adding to the rushers on here. Biggest rushers so far has been Simmons with 6 and Moore with 7. Now Kelly comes in with his first carry. Looking to run left, gets around the corner, flags down, of course.
Yeah, that's what got him that crease.
And he would get a first down, but there's a flag down at the 32-yard line. And I guess that's a hold.
Yep.
That's where it looks like. A new ball carrier, that was Thomas.
Thomas with a couple good runs, yeah.
Happened at the 30-yard line. Wow, and yeah, holding. So another big play would have been their second first down. Nope. Make it first down and 20. First down and probably 18. We're not moving.
the guy with the stick's like, no, it's supposed to be right here.
No, because that's where the infraction happened. So it should be 10 yards from there.
So why is okay?
It should be moving 10 yards. Yeah, it should be right where they're at.
10 yards from the spot of the foul.
Yeah. So the sticks. Oh boy.
And the stick is not. He's like, I ain't moving.
Well, he threw it at the 30, so it should come back to the 40. But the sticks should have stayed put. Oh. So now they move. All righty.
They traded. Okay, I got it. He was waiting he had the spot. Good job.
Akron Public Schools is looking
Chains.
for game operators to hold the first down marker.
No, he was holding the spot like the quarter on the golf screen. They're staying with this full house.
Full house, though.
Oh,
boy.
They got him. Good discipline by the Vikings. We haven't said that about their offense yet, but making some adjustments.
Second and 17. That'll move them up to second and 12, which was on our scoreboard. This possession is all over the place.
I'm so confused.
Come out and run it one more time. Second down and 12. 7:20 in what has been a long quarter. He looks, no time, nowhere to go. Comes back up the middle, trying to get some yards. And
nice job.
Gain 3.
Nice job by Simmons as the pocket collapsed to get something out of nothing.
I'm not sure where he was looking to pass the ball.
I don't know who was out.
He didn't give much time to look either way before it looked like the play was designed for him to take off. But he kind of took too long for a run play and not long enough looking downfield for a passing play.
Yeah, anything down the field is going to have to be quick because these offensive lines are not giving their quarterbacks much time to do anything.
Well, the good news is the clock continues to run as we're at 6:30 here in the third quarter as we're starting to get some flow to this game.
Oh, boy, I can't believe you said that.
And we'll gain 2 on that carry.
Thomas again? Yeah.
Thomas again, as you mentioned.
He's definitely running strong.
Fourth down and 7.
Nothing doing there, but he found a way to get a couple yards.
And my guess going back to the full house with Moore as the rusher.
And maybe would you think about punting here?
Huh?
Think about punting and trying to pin them way down because they've been fumble prone.
The kicking game for the Vikings hasn't been spectacular, though,
True.
either. Looking to
let's
throw.
Yeah,
Goes
I like
deep,
that.
one-on-one coverage. Lots of hands there. No flag out, though. And surprised.
Tell you what, the side judge
I
got
was
beat.
surprised.
He was in no position.
Pass intended. He was looking for a flag, and I thought there was a lot of contact.
There was contact, but I don't know if Alex Knight was ever in bad position. And I don't think, he was making contact, but he wasn't doing it with an arm extended.
I do like the play. May have tried that on third down.
Yeah, I like that. I mean,
One-on-one coverage on the outside.
throw it up there a couple times a game, right? Let your guy try to make a play.
Ball was intended for number 5, Luther Harrison, the freshman.
So a good hold by Firestone.
And you mentioned trying to play the field game. Doesn't give up too much as they're at the 31-yard line.
They cannot get a
Firestone
snap.
takes it over, drops the snap, comes from behind, and will take him down for a loss of 6. As Harding.
That's at least the 6th snap they've had problems with. We have an injured player.
Injured player down as they'll tend to him. I want to let you know the fine arts are alive and well at Akron Public Schools. There are 3 facilities, the Miller South School, the Firestone Community Learning Center, and the Akron School of Arts. All offer award-winning programs that include a commitment for arts and courses designed to develop an advanced skills and specific arts focus. Learn more at akronschools.com. APS-IS also wants to thank the Peanut Shop for their support of Akron schools and athletics. The Peanut Shop, proudly serving the Akron area since the 1930s, providing outstanding candies, chocolates, nuts, and much more. The Peanut Shop right there in Akron. At the end of tonight's ballgame, we'll have our APS-IS Player of the Game. Certainly, if you want to see any of the highlights for the Player of the Game, you can check us out on our social media channels. Twitter's is akronschools.com, along with YouTube at akronschools.com. Facebook, Akron Public Schools, or of course, go to the main source, akronschools.com, for the website.
Another loss for the Falcons on 2nd down.
Who is our ball carrier?
Harding again.
Harding nowhere to go. And is going to lose another 3. And when you originally said to try to pin them by punting, you never expected them to have this standout defense that we've seen here in the second half, as they've been able to get great stops here on this possession.
They have, and the Falcons have got to do something about the center quarterback exchange. I don't care if it's go from the shotgun, whatever it may be. They've had 2 quarterbacks, and they've both had troubles. Whether it's only those guys know up there. We can maybe see it on the film a little bit, but they have got to. You have to get the ball before you can do anything else. And it's not easy, but it's got to be fixed here for them to have any chance to have some semblance of an offense this year.
Well, and we saw really the Vikings have some success with getting pressure coming up the middle in the first half. They got 2 very good fumbles. One went for a touchdown. One could have if they had been able to get a clean pickup. But this one in the second half, you still have that confusion at center on the Falcon side, but you're getting much better speed and containment around the edges, as we saw in this possession. So 3rd down and 20. As they hand the ball off right side, has a block in front of him, cuts back in, and he is gone, breaks this one out, and bam, thank you, man, gets in the end zone for 6 points and extends this lead for the Vikings. Wow, they turned that one on as a big gain of, 78-yard run.
Yeah, 79-yarder. Find a way to get your best player the ball. He got 1 good block there, and he did the rest. Big play for the Falcons on 3rd and 20.
3rd down and 20.
3rd and 20. Wow.
And just like that, with 4:53 here in the 3rd, a 78-yard touchdown run. by Postway. And you really weren't sure if he was going to get around the outside, but good blocking on the outside, cuts it back in, and there was no one that could get in front of him before he got to the end zone. Looking to add on extra points here. Snap is down, ball is up, and it is good, and they added another one on there and extend this one to 19-7. And we talked about the lack of offense by the Vikings, and same thing here. When you look at Firestone, no big plays. They didn't have a single play of over 15 yards. Well, one big play of 78 yards will certainly get you in the end zone.
One big play, a little over pursuit and misdirection, and there you have it.
And you can look. It looks like certainly the center that we're seeing here also is number 55, Jaden Zinn. Either has come in or the junior. They're working on some extra snaps on the sideline, knowing that.
Yeah, good.
Hey, let's get this exchange down. On the sideline, working on snaps with his quarterback Harding, because you can see what happens when you're able to stay focused and disciplined. Is 78 yards later, you can get in the end zone. I'm not sure that's who was at center before, but I wonder if they moved. Yeah, it looks like they moved Michael Kennedy out of center and put Jaden Zinn. Looks like he'll come in at center here in the second half. So going from the sophomore to the junior, offensively after just a great output, they got in the end zone.
And now North going to need to answer.
Well, we saw them last time. Is this one will be a onside kick?
They got it.
And the Falcons will get it as the Vikings completely unprepared. And I wonder if we're going to have a flag as North came over that 10-yard wait point. They ran right over.
They're allowed, but Firestone's not allowed to make contact.
I'm not sure what the call is going to be here. They did recover the onside kick, which was surprising.
Was it 10 yards, though? Because it
was 10 yards when they took it over.
Not where the flag is,
But I know that the Viking player came over, and I don't know if there was contact.
I think the Firestone guy made some contact, but I don't know if he did early or not. It looks like they're going to pick up the flag. No?
He was offside when they kicked it. So a great kick and return, but the offsides makes them have to re-kick.
I like the idea of keeping momentum against an offense. So what? I mean, North's offense has struggled. You know, it's not like you're giving up field position. Now you boot the thing deep. Oh, no, yeah, they're just going to take the ball there. See, it was. They're saying it was touched before the 10-yard mark. But did North touch it? North didn't touch it, huh?
I thought North touched it.
That's what I thought.
Well, I thought North dove at it and missed it. I didn't know if that contact caused the penalty. Is that a 5-yarder?
No, it's just a
spot.
Yeah, just like if you kick it out of bounds, you can take it where the ball goes out of bounds.
Well, not bad field position for the Vikings.
I'll take that. So a potential, oops, almost called it a night there.
Joe leashed up here with his microphone, bumps at the line and gets back to it.
That's a good run to get
Thomas nowhere to go on his
line of
6th carry. And it certainly gives them an opportunity here offensively to get back on the board. Down 2 scores where the onside kick would have given the Falcons the ball back, and they would have been able just to try to run the clock out of this quarter at least. Looking to roll right, has a man in front of him, but nowhere to go to get around the corner. Gives a stiff arm and
About to the
He might
line of
lose a
scrimmage.
yard.
Yeah,
He might
maybe
be
a
right back to where he was.
good pursuit by the Firestone defense to kind of snuff that play out.
And I just wonder why we haven't seen Lamb at all involved in the passing game. You know,
Yeah.
a player that's one of your seniors.
Explosive speed. I'd like to see them run the same play they ran last time on 4th down. They threw it up, gave him a chance. Not doing anything in the run game, so.
So full house again for Simmons. Simmons waiting, has time, looking downfield. Nobody
He
there.
fell.
He was tackled. He's still on his feet. I thought he lost the ball. He didn't. Back to the left side. And he's hit from behind as he doesn't see the man from behind coming to come get him. And that's Howard Anderson on the tackle. And a hard hit for him as he goes down and loses 7 yards, but really took his time on the play in general. No way to get around either edge. He does pop back up, but he's a little sore.
Yeah. He's been not treated very nicely tonight. He's been battered around, but he keeps popping back up. He's going to come off slowly. On his own power, though.
Limping as he comes off. And frustrated, certainly, and in dual fashion.
Yeah.
Delay a game.
No, you say.
And it looks like Simmons being attended to. Just some signs of watching him walk off. It's hard to tell whether injury, frustration, or you know, watching from up here, wouldn't be surprised if they check him for a concussion.
Well, now when he wanted to try to go deep and his receiver fell down,
Yeah.
and they had max protection, so they had one guy going deep on both sides. He tries to scramble back to the other side of the field, but way too long to develop.
It looks like Simmons is back up, so
That's good.
not sure what we're stalling.
I think they
for.
called a timeout.
19-7 your score. The Falcons leading this one 2:22 here in the third quarter. And the Vikings have had some other good plays to keep them in it, but the offense has sputtered. 4th down and 22 here as they look to kick this one away. The Falcons have had some pressure here. Haven't been able to get a tip on it, but they keep coming for him. He boots it right side, low kick, takes a bounce, and helps it with the Viking roll. It goes down to the 14-yard line. So a nice kick
Very
by
nice.
the Vikings, their kicker Marty Thornton. Sent
Real
that
nice
one
job.
away and gets some deep territory for the Falcons as they're going to look to eat up the rest of this clock here and keep their lead secure. We'll have our interview with Falcons head coach here at the end of this quarter. Felt like I should have done it a lot sooner, but it's just been a very long quarter.
Yes, it has.
So interested to see if they continue to get Postway involved. And I can't see where the ball is in there.
It's in there somewhere.
We had a gain of about 2, but I couldn't tell you who ran it there. And it takes about 3 Falcons to get him back on his feet, but he does get back there, and it looks like Postway
It was
on the run.
Postway, yeah.
And I think he's coming out.
He's got a reason to be a little bit tired.
He got crunched a little bit. From our observation up here in the press box. So now where do you go as the offense continues with Harding under center. And snap still dropped.
You can't run your offense. You can't get it. You can't get the snap.
Well, and we saw 55 coming in and snapping the ball, the junior, and they went back to number 56, their center. And the problems have continued with him in there. Kennedy at center. And I can understand Kennedy a little bigger in size, a year younger, but they were hoping to bring that presence in there to protect the middle. And the middle has been a bit of a faulty valve so far.
Yeah.
In the backfield is going to be number 44, Brooks, the fullback. As at 3rd and 10 and 20 seconds left in this third quarter, he hands the ball off the trap, and he'll get about 5.
That was Brooks.
That'll be our last play here in the third quarter as the Falcons continue to hold the lead 19-7 here in the third quarter at Joseph Yost Stadium here in Ellet. While we have this break here in the third quarter, we'll go to our sideline as we talked with both coaches before the game, and this is the Firestone head coach.
Coach, tell me a little bit about how you're trying to reset this team for tonight's game to be prepared and get a win.
Challenging, but yet it's part of football. We got to keep grinding and keep doing what we do, try to improve on the things that we need to improve on, and what we did well, we want to try to continue to do.
Now, I know it's still pretty early, and we saw a little bit of your guys' kind of identity last game. What would you say you're trying to make the identity of Falcon football?
We want to be physical and fly to the football defensively, and then offensively, we want to try to get to the edge and use our speed. We got some speed guys, and fly to the football defensively, and then offensively, we want to try to get to the edge and use our speed. We got some speed guys, and we want to see if we can exploit defenses with our speed.
And that is so well said by Coach Mitchell, because that is exactly what they've tried to do, both mostly unsuccessfully, but defense has flown to the ball, and they have got to the edge a couple times, and they've also done it with special teams. But exactly what he said the game plan is what they've tried to do, and done it just well enough to get a 2-score lead here tonight.
Snap kicked, big kick.
Wow.
Puts him in good field position. Bounces at the 35, picked up at the 30. And again, we're seeing a lack of ball security as he dances and dances. Finally holds on to the ball and goes down, but he's going to lose 5 yards on the return.
And I don't fault North for that. They've struggled so much offensively. You got to try to make a play here on special teams. Their scores from the defensive variety, so got to try to make something happen. Didn't kill him, just cost him 5 yards.
Well, and I wonder if we're to a point that you got to start airing this one out a little more. The running game just hasn't been there, and you got to get something. Now you have 1 quarter left, and you're going to have to get 2 scores. So the urgency offensively is you need to move the ball quickly, because you don't have time.
Yeah, you need
to get a quick
down.
score, and then your defense is going to have to hold again.
You need 8 or 9 yards on first down, and then you can throw the ball and then try to get that 1 or 2 yards on the next 2 downs. Maybe a first down and then a big play. That's what gets you back in the ball game here.
And they lined it up 4 wide, but did not get the play off in time.
Mr. Delay, there he is.
So you talk about getting 10 yards. That's only good.
I think he's trying to set a record.
15.
That's about the 8th one he's called today. He's like, I don't care, 25 seconds, it's 25 seconds.
Now in front of us here, you have Firestone continuing with the center to quarterback. Michael Kennedy now, number 56, trying to make the snapping be much more secure. Snapping and then coming into the guy because he's getting hit as he snaps the ball. Quick run
Thomas.
in the wrong direction for 2 yards.
Yeah, they got a
Thomas.
couple. Going to the full house has helped them a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit questioning which side of the ball they're going to. Plus, you get a blocker in front of where the hole is.
4 wide on this one.
Looks to hand off. Met at the line.
Nothing doing.
No gain on the carry.
24-2.
New ball carrier for
Yeah, Jonathan Campbell, nothing doing.
his first carry, and we have an injury on the field.
Looks like a cramp.
So with 10:40 here left in the fourth quarter, they take a break to see how the player is doing. And this broadcast brought to you by APS-IS Imagine, Inspire, Inform. Your information station is what we are, and we're bringing you APS City Series football. And Joe will certainly have our APS-IS player of the game as we finish this quarter out, as our first full game here in the season will be concluding here tonight. And certainly good to see these players out here and be back. And,
Absolutely.
you know, I think all of them appreciate the schedule and routine of what fall is and what fall football is. And we'll have all those games here on APS-IS for you, our full schedule of games, getting all the schools in, so you'll be able to see each one in the City Series. Looking to throw, has no time, runs right, has a blocker in front of him, goes out at the 32-yard line, and he'll be about 4 yards short of a first down. The 4 wide did clear out some of the defenders.
Yeah.
It makes it a little more one-on-one, and they're getting some good blocking. It's just when the full 11 are going against them, they're not able to get everybody.
Yeah.
So
Fourth
they gain
and 3.
about 10 on the carry.
I think I'd go for it here for sure.
Down 2.
2 scores, and the way their offense is, I mean, only having to get 3 yards certainly beats.
Back to 4 wide as they
alternative.
set back up. They got to get the offense, which has had so many delay of games, slow to get in place.
Oh,
Throws, no. Brings it back in, and now he's going to be taken down, and that'll be it on 4th down as he doesn't go anywhere. Fake the pass, but he has to at least throw it up there, I think.
Yeah.
4th down and let your receiver try to make a play on it. That pass was intended for number 1, Mikkel King.
they had to go for it there, but good coverage sack there by the Firestone defense. Nobody open, but like you said, that might be a situation where you got to force. You could get an interference. An interception's better than taking a sack there, probably, unless they return it all the way. So Firestone, and largely in part of their great defense, has survived 4 turnovers in this game because they forced 3 on their own. Couple great special teams plays.
Motion coming up with Postway. They go back the other direction and smothered. I don't see how they got they came out with the ball, but
Luckily,
no signal at all that there was a fumble.
Xavier lied. Unfortunately, the ball carrier there, he had no chance. He got to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They should have gave it to Postway, who was back in. They faked it to him. He was the guy that looked like he was open, but that wasn't the play call.
Well, and Firestone hasn't thrown a single pass
No, they have
in
not.
the game. The
And thank
Postway
goodness
was
this
in
game would
motion.
probably be over at 11 o'clock if they did.
Postway again
Uh-oh.
gets it on the motion here,
Uh-oh.
right side.
Oh, I
breaks
should have
inside,
popped that
spins
out.
back inside, and he'll get 10 for a first down.
If he would have popped that outside, he might have taken it to the house, but irregardless, gets the first down and moves the chains. Postway now over 100 yards. In the second half alone, he's got 90, and he had 25 in the first half, so give him 115 and 2 touchdowns. Over 200 all-purpose yards. He has about 130 return yards as well. So,
Well, and when you look at that stat sheet at the end, you'd say, you know, pretty well balanced, but a lot of it coming just in the big 78-yard run. That's really his first double-digit gain.
and that's a wear-down run right there.
There's his near second one.
DeMarco Brooks.
Looks about a 9. They're going to give him 10. So he didn't have a single double-digit gain, and he's had 2 back-to-back.
Yep. Nice run there by DeMarco Brooks as they give it a little trap action there.
First down and goal.
And now they're getting a little bit of fluidity in their offense. Part of that's being able to wear down this North defense who's been out there so much. They've played so well, but time not on their side now.
Hands the ball off the trap inside, nowhere to go.
Lyde's going to get to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Lyde's third carry of no gain. There's too much commotion around the line of scrimmage. Given the amount of flags we've had, probably best just to set up and run another play. So under 8 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. The congressional hearing out there is over. Verdict still Falcon ball. Second down and 15. 44 in the backfield, their fullback. Motion coming down. Stevens gets it on the end around, tackled in the backfield, gains 5 back. And really, the Falcons doing what they want here, and that's they're running the ball, and you watch them. They're using this entire clock as best they can, knowing that they're in the red zone, first down and goal.
Inside 7 minutes.
If they set this up, potentially kick another field goal, as Pomgrant's one of the better kickers in the conference. Hands the ball up the center. He's going to be close, still on his feet, goes down at the 5. And Winchester this time, I believe, on the run. Still a lot more activity in there than there's supposed to be. And Viking players going back into the huddle. Coach from Firestone comes out. I'm not sure.
I don't see any flags down, do you?
Winchester on the carries. It'll be 5 yards for him.
And that clock continues to run.
Less time to get this play in, and as mentioned, I think they're coming and try and kick this field goal from 7 yards out. Nope, he comes back off. I think they're going to get a delay game if they don't call timeout here.
Now they're going to bring him out. They're going to have to call timeout. Because my guy is ready to call a delay.
Yep. Pomgrant isn't going to be ready in time.
No, he's like, let's just go. I've called enough.
Lined up. Seems like he's not as far back as normal.
Oh,
Ball
that's
bounces to him. Pomegranates picks it up, running left side and taken down.
Kicker's nightmare right there.
And a rushed special teams out there gets nothing on the play. A field goal essentially gets blocked, but they blocked it themselves by bouncing it to the holder. Pomegranate tried to run out of it, but even it just felt, call the timeout, get the right setup.
Yeah.
Or at that point, just take the delay and reset up. But you had your kicker out there, you brought him back off, you brought him back on. Now, they just have a cadence that they have to do to try and get in the mindset to kick.
Worst case scenario, too, because that ball now comes out, too. Instead of taking over at their own 5-yard line, to get a little bit of breathing room and still a little bit of life left. One more score would have put this thing away for sure.
Well, a full 2-possession ball game.
Yeah, North going to have to go deep here early. Only 5 minutes left. And these teams are spent. A lot of guys going both ways. They are tired.
Yeah, just running off for the Falcons was Michael Chambers, the defensive tackle and guard. On came Jaden Zinn, as we're now ready to get underway here for what could be the final possession. We'll see. Trying to make a play, first completed pass. Gets 5 yards.
Nice little slip screen, wide receiver screen to get positive yardage on first down.
Who did that go to? Is that
I wish I could tell you.
I don't see a Johnson on the catch.
No, that was on the tackle.
Okay. I want to say Reynolds, maybe? Let me see. No, I believe it was. Don't know.
Timeout.
Gives us time to figure out who caught that ball, Joe. Joe,
my doctor would tell you. I don't know. Not with yellow numbers with no outline.
Well, it looked like 17.
And a heating lamp that's been on my neck for 2 hours.
My guess is McReynolds, who is 17. That's what it looked like to me. I'm going to give it to McReynolds. Could be wrong, but 5 yards.
You're never wrong.
Well, APS-IS player of the game coming at the conclusion of this quarter. 4 minutes left, and we'll know who that one is. Certainly we want, at APS-IS, we want to thank the Crystal Clinic Orthopedic Center and Quick Care for their support of Akron schools and athletics. Crystal Clinic Orthopedic Center and Quick Care, the same-day appointments and walk-ins for any unexpected injury. Open 7 days a week. Graduation rates are climbing at Akron Public Schools as they transform high schools by strengthening the connection of learning in the classroom to what students may pursue after graduation, making learning more meaningful. It starts at the College and Career Academy of Akron at akronschools.com. Looking to pass this one out. Right side caught, ball out, and close to a first down. We'll get 8 yards on that catch. That one, I do know who it went to. It went to number 6. So that one was Simmons.
Late flag.
And he's out, but it does set up a first down. And now he's miraculously healed and back up and in the huddle. And I like how that play looked, and if 100%, go back to them.
Absolutely.
There's additional confusion in this huddle as there's a flag down as well. And a personal foul against the Vikings as well to add 15 yards in the wrong direction. But the question will be, I don't think they get the first down, so it'll be second down and probably about 12 or 13. No, they get a good spot, so it'll be second down and 6.
131 yards in penalties, so they have more penalty yards than they have yards gained in the ball game.
131 yards, Joe. That sounds like a great player. Which player is that? Was that receiving? Was that running?
No, that's penalties.
That's unfortunate.
It is what it is.
And still not set up are the Vikings. as we approach 4 minutes. 2nd down and 6 from the 27. Looking to pass. Simmons, no time. Breaks out of the pocket, goes right, comes back left. Stiff arm will get the 1st down.
Maybe. Yeah. Good call.
I'm saying yes.
But
this line they should be back at the line of scrimmage as we're down to 3:40, and once the spot is set, the clock will start running. Oh boy. 10 seconds of trying to get this play in.
Again, not having a preseason much and being so early, it's hard to have time to practice hurry-up offense.
Oh boy.
Better you dropped it.
Well, good news, the hot potato was hot.
But in retrospect, you could have spiked the ball and saved yourself 20 seconds and still had the same result, 2nd and 10.
The incomplete does stop the clock, so that pass was intended for Jeremiah Anderson.
So
his first target.
Much props to the Firestone defense today. They have stepped up, pitched a shutout here. The defense, North's known score came via a fumble return on defense.
Looking to throw, has time, wide open, but short of the 1st down.
It's caught. I'd use the timeout here.
Is that 1? Is that King? No. Simmons, I'm going to say.
Yep.
A 9-yard reception. And I know we're at the end of the game, Joe, but they've had some success here. Just a little bit of this in the first 3.5 quarters. And they're getting this Falcon team discombobulated. That was a wide open pass to Simmons. Now running the ball, has some space. Stutter steps, gets the 1st and out of bounds.
Good job getting out of bounds, too, to stop that clock and get the 1st down.
3 yards for Thomas.
Now that gives you a chance to reset here, huddle up. Got to hit something down the field here, though, partners. It's taking too long. Going to have to force something deep. But a much better showing in the 2nd half by this North offense.
4 wide.
Got to get rid of it.
Right there. Stays on his feet. Still on his feet, but now he's got to learn to throw it away, and he goes down. A loss of 10 yards, and the clock continues. At 2 minutes now.
You throw the ball away there. You don't take the big hit, and you save your team about 30 seconds and 15 yards.
Spectacular footwork to get away from.
Yes, that was good, rush. And then boom, don't live to play another down.
You know, when the boat starts to leak, that's when you got to start getting out, because it's going to continue to leak in other places.
Granted, you don't throw the ball away on 4th down, but on 1st and 10, again, you'd be at 2nd and 10 in that situation.
Motion coming down. He's going to run this one. Looked like he was supposed to flip it. And again, mental error, as it looked like it was supposed to potentially go to Simmons, as he came back and looked to like run to the right side, and just timing was completely off.
North is just out of gas. Completely gassed at this point. Well, I think I can pick the player of the game if you don't mind.
Let's do it.
There's no doubt. I mean, other than, unless I want to give it to the entire Firestone defense, who was fantastic tonight, it's got to be the guy who did it all in the 2nd half, Darren Postway. He had the first play of the 2nd half, an 85-yard kickoff return, and then a 79-yard touchdown 7 minutes later. And he was the difference maker today, and he is your APS player of the game. Congratulations to Darren Postway, over 220-plus yards of total offense, total yards today.
Yeah, and really when that play broke out, still a very close game. And there just were no big plays. You know, you look at their offensive numbers, obviously they didn't try any pass attempts, but you didn't have a single attempt that was really moving anywhere. They had one double-digit gain by Stevens in the first half, and it wasn't until a 78-yard run that just took off and was the lightning bolt that came out of the bottle, and then 2 big runs after that to continue to eat up the clock and get them out of here.
This should be the last play, partner, it looks like.
Everyone's down.
Well, maybe one more.
Threw it into the dirt with 4 seconds left. I don't understand it. Joe had time and even pointed at his receivers, but threw it an easy 10 yards short of where they were. And the incomplete stops the clock on 4th down and 27.
Well,
so I think you got to run one more play to get it running, but is it a real play or are they just... As they're going to play everybody back.
yep, this is a 3-deep zone. They're going to rush 3 here.
Bring everybody out. Has time, still hasn't thrown. Has time, throws short, and gets to the 45, and he'll be taken down as nothing up top. And that'll do it. Give Firestone their first win with this 19-7 victory over the North Vikings. Certainly congratulations to the APS IS player of the game, Postaway, with an outstanding game. And certainly we want to thank all of those that helped make this possible. Our producer, Ryan Rittenhouse, our cameraman upstairs in our press box here, Peter George. And also we want to thank the collaborative effort from the school administrators, teachers, parents that empower the Akron students to achieve their highest level of success. This broadcast brought to you by APS IS, where we imagine, inspire, and inform. Dave Shake and Joe Pacansky, good night, everybody.